Toussaint Louverture, the slave who crushed Napoleon. Welcome back to African Resistance. Heroes of the Motherland. Where legends rise, empires tremble, and African warriors reclaim their thrones in history. Before we dive in, if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe, like, and turn on the bell so you never miss a tale of power, pride, and resistance. Because today, we sail to the fiery island of Haiti, where a once enslaved man faced the full wrath of Napoleon, and one is named Toussaint Louverture, the man who crushed empires with vision, will, and revolution. In the 1740s, on the island of Saint-Domingue, now known as Haiti, a boy is born in chains. Toussaint was born into slavery, but not into silence. From a young age, he studied strategy, medicine, politics, religion. They said he was too smart to be a slave, but he knew. Smart was how you break the system. By 1791, the island is a powder keg. Brutal plantations, French cruelty, African pain. And then it explodes. The Haitian Revolution begins. From the ashes, Toussaint rises. Not just as a fighter, but as a commander. He trains rebels into an army. He studies European warfare and beats them at their own game. The French send waves of soldiers. The Spanish try to invade. The British attempt to crush the rebellion. Toussaint outmaneuvers them all. He flips alliances, negotiates treaties, wins battles, and controls the entire island. But he's not done. Toussaint abolishes slavery, builds schools, rebuilds the economy, and writes a constitution declaring himself governor for life, not for power, but to protect the people from colonizers who never give up. Across the Atlantic, Napoleon Bonaparte is furious. How could a black man rule a French colony? So in 1802, Napoleon sends the largest army ever dispatched to the New World. Toussaint does not flinch. He fights in the mountains. He uses fire, famine, and fear. French troops melt under the heat, disease, and resistance. Napoleon's army breaks, but victory has its shadows. The French invite Toussaint to negotiations. They lie, they capture him, and exile him to France to a freezing prison in the Jura Mountains. There, the Caribbean sun fades. And in 1803, Toussaint Louverture dies far from his homeland. But before his death, he utters this prophecy. In overthrowing me, you have only cut down the trunk of the tree of liberty. It will spring up again by the roots, for they are many and deep. And he was right. Less than a year later, Toussaint's generals, led by Jean-Jacques Dessalines, crushed the French. On January 1, 1804, Haiti declares independence. It becomes the first black republic in the world, and the first nation to be born from a successful slave revolt. All because one man dared to rise and lead others to do the same. Toussaint Louverture was more than a freedom fighter. He was a storm, a scholar, a sword sharpened by suffering. He proved that the mind of a slave could outwit an emperor. That liberty is not just a dream, it's a destiny. This is African resistance. Heroes of the Motherland. Up next, we return to the Motherland, to a king who built an empire in the face of colonization. A warrior who fought in golden robes and spiritual fire. Shaka Zulu, the spear that shook the South. Don't miss it. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and pass on the fire of resistance. Thanks for watching.